Recently, rumors were rife that Tony Ferguson would coach season 31 of The Ultimate Fighter alongside Conor McGregor, and at its conclusion, would face the Irishman in the octagon. Unfortunately for Tony, the rumors were false, and that won't be happening, as Dana White announced last Saturday that McGregor will coach The Ultimate Fighter 31 opposite Michael Chandler. On Tuesday, Tony reacted to the announcement over Twitter. In typical Ferguson fashion, he dropped a tweet calling out McGregor for taking the easy road. He wrote, "Just set this right here. La da da da. When consistency is key, reach for sweet stuff. Last few weeks been busy for old Mike Knacker, a social media snafu to a bike incident. Eesh, at least he's okay. Maybe it's a good idea he takes the easy road. Champ, CSO." Dana White has pushed back against Islam Makhachev's recent remarks regarding the promotion of UFC 284. In an interview with R Sports Russia, Islam Makhachev recently voiced his disapproval of the UFC's promotion of UFC 284, stating that more should have been done to advertise the card. Furthermore, a clip went viral after the UFC Vegas 68 post-fight press conference, in which White appeared to forget the name of the UFC lightweight champion. On Tuesday, White addressed Makhachev's comments on the Jim Rome show by saying, "Yeah, that's not true. First of all, I've talked to Islam. First of all, who interviewed him? Who translated for him? I mean, the guy speaks Russian, taken out of context. First of all, he lives in Dagestan. What does he know about what's going on for the promotion of the fight? He doesn't know anything. It's going to be one of the top 5 biggest fights of all time. First of all, the event sold out, right? You couldn't get a ticket if you wanted to get a ticket in Perth, and this thing is trending right now to be the biggest pay-per-view event in Australia, which it's like 6% behind the Conor McGregor vs. Dustin Poirier 3 fight. It's probably going to break the record, so to say that the fight hasn't been promoted, that's just ridiculous. That's what you call some internet BS. Anthony Smith is pissed off at Michael Chandler. While speaking on the most recent episode of the Believe You Me podcast, the UFC light heavyweight lightheartedly took a shot at Chandler for not mentioning anything about the Conor McGregor fight announcement during their previous interactions. In addition, Smith said that he later sent Chandler a text asking how come he had never said anything about the big news. In response, Chandler ghosted his friend by not responding.
Well, my number one opinion is I'm so pissed off at Michael Chandler.
Why? For not telling us?
He was sitting right here speaking as if he had no idea what he had coming up next.
What a snake.
What a little snake in the grass.
I thought we had a connection.
So did I. Me and him were texting after the show. We were gonna connect, and because we're working the desk this weekend in Bristol. If I was getting a Conor McGregor fight and coaching Ultimate Fighter, I'd be telling the desk work to fuck off.
You said look. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm out of here. But we were talking about the desk, and he wanted to connect because he'd never done a pay-per-view before. So we were gonna, I was just gonna just kind of talk over the flow of the show and try to be a good teammate. Didn't say anything about it then. And then once he got it, I texted him like, "Damn, you couldn't give us the lowdown even behind the scenes." He's ghosted me. He hasn't responded.
Michael Bisping shared a similar experience when Chandler failed to respond to his invitation to appear on the podcast.
He's not good at responding to messages. I know that because I was texting him galore to come on the show. And he, for the most part, I texted him first of all and to ask him. And then after that, he was always the one saying to me, Mike, podcast. And I'd respond and then you just get nothing. Radio silence. And I'm like, you asked me. So eventually I'd message him again. Nothing. Yeah. And he'd respond. And he'd go, yeah, sure. Monday. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'd say 2:30. Nothing. That's what he does. That's his move. He's a little tease.
During a recent appearance on the MMA Hour, Jorge Masvidal slammed Jake Paul for his constant attacks on UFC president Dana White. He said, "This motherfucker Jake Paul be talking about he pays fighters. Shut the fuck up. When everybody sees what the card bill is, the whole card from top to bottom, I pay fighters. Dana White has always taken care of us, and this doesn't happen without Dana White and the UFC giving the permission so these guys can fight. When I hear somebody like Jake Paul talking shit about my business partners, I'm like, this idiot. What the fuck have you done in this sport but feed yourself? Shut the fuck up and now watch how the big boys do it." Here are the top 3 funniest memes we found on the internet today. Third place was found over Facebook, and was posted by a user named Angel. Second place was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Stand Me Up. And our top picked meme was also found over Reddit and was posted by a user named ONIUMO. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.